what they'll do next.
Sellers and his men are already long overdue in leaving town. They've spent all their money.
The team that upheld law and order in Laramie, Wyoming during the 1870s featured the granite-jawed ex-Marine John Russell, who portrayed Marshal Dan Troop, alongside his capable deputy, Peter Brown, who played Johnny McKay. This dynamic duo navigated the challenges of frontier life, tackling outlaws and maintaining peace in a rough and tumble town. Their adventures unfolded in the television series Lawmen, which aired on ABC from 1958 to 1962. The show captured the essence of the Wild West, showcasing the struggles and triumphs of law enforcement in a time when justice was often a matter of personal courage and quick thinking. The characters faced various threats, from cattle rustlers to gunfighters, all while embodying the values of loyalty and bravery. The series not only entertained but also provided a glimpse into the complexities of life in a lawless land, making it a memorable part of television history. The narrative was enriched by the presence of Peggy Castle, who played Lily, a character that served as a counterpart to Miss Kitty from Gunsmoke, adding depth to the storyline and highlighting the role of women in the West. The interplay between the characters and the challenges they faced created a compelling viewing experience that resonated with audiences. The show's blend of action, drama, and character development contributed to its lasting impact, even as it came to an early end.
Vicious man, Marshal.
You get that way in my business. Now put some meat on it. Come on.
John Russell's character of Dan Troop just personified law and order in the very purest form. He was rugged, deadly serious, intelligent, and dedicated. This portrayal made him a standout figure in the realm of television lawmen. Dan Troop's confidence was palpable, and it stemmed from his stubbornness and unyielding attitude. He faced challenges head-on, embodying the essence of a lawman who would not back down in the face of adversity. His character was not just a figure of authority, he represented the moral backbone of the community. Viewers could easily relate to his struggles and triumphs as he navigated the complexities of justice in a world often filled with chaos. The depth of his character made him completely believable, allowing audiences to invest emotionally in his journey. Dan Troop's unwavering commitment to upholding the law set a standard for law enforcement portrayals on television, making him an enduring symbol of integrity and strength.
Use it. Try me.
Peter Brown's character of Johnny McKay served as a counterpoint to Russell's character in the series Lawmen. McKay was portrayed as respectful, disciplined, and brave, embodying the qualities of a true lawman. However, there were moments when his character displayed recklessness and brashness, adding depth to his role. Lawmen was distinct from other westerns of its time, as it focused on straightforward storytelling without unnecessary complications. The series utilized standard weapons, steering clear of gimmicks like gold-headed canes or tricked-up rifles. Each episode typically followed a clear narrative arc, moving from point A to point B, and concluding neatly at point C. This simplicity in storytelling allowed viewers to engage with the characters and their challenges without getting lost in convoluted plots. The series captured the essence of the Western genre, while maintaining a focus on the moral dilemmas faced by its characters, making it a memorable addition to television history. Dan Troop was a man dedicated to his role as a lawman, often at the cost of his personal relationships and well-being. He did not seek the approval or affection of those around him. Instead, he focused solely on his duty. The stories depicted in the series Lawmen revolved around individuals facing immense stress and pressure. In such situations, people can resort to desperate measures, and this theme was central to the show. Each episode explored the complexities of human behavior when pushed to the limits, showcasing how the weight of responsibility could lead to difficult choices. Dan Troop's commitment to his job highlighted the struggles of maintaining law and order in a world where desperation could drive people to act against their better judgment. The series painted a vivid picture of the challenges faced by those in law enforcement, emphasizing the emotional toll that such a commitment could take on a person. The narrative often delved into the moral dilemmas that arose when the line between right and wrong became blurred under pressure. This exploration of human nature and the consequences of stress made Lawmen a compelling watch, resonating with audiences who understood the sacrifices made by those who serve and protect.
The Panhandle would know the Marshal of Laramie ran out.
Well, why force a showdown?
On the one hand,
When John Russell was cast for the role in the 1958 TV series Lawmen, he was only 37 years old, and he appeared even younger. This youthful appearance led him to believe that he looked too young for the character he was set to portray. The studio shared this concern, prompting them to take action to help him fit the role better. They allowed the makeup department to enhance his look significantly. The makeup team worked diligently to streak his hair with gray, giving him a more mature appearance. Additionally, Russell adjusted his voice tone, speaking in a deeper manner to sound several years older than he actually was. His portrayal of the character was inspired by an officer he had known during his service in the U.S. Marines. This personal connection added depth to his performance, allowing him to bring authenticity to the role, while overcoming the challenges posed by his youthful looks. The combination of makeup and vocal adjustments helped him successfully embody the character, making him a memorable figure in the series. The series Lawman, which aired in 1958, is a notable entry in the Western genre of television. It features John Russell in the lead role, portraying the character of Marshal Dan Troop. The show is set in the fictional town of Laramie, Wyoming, and follows the daily challenges and adventures faced by Troop as he maintains law and order in the Old West. The series is recognized for its engaging storytelling and character development, showcasing the complexities of justice in a time when the law was often enforced through personal courage and quick thinking. The character of Marshal Troop is depicted as a strong and principled lawman, often facing moral dilemmas that test his values. The series also includes a supporting cast that adds depth to the narrative, featuring various townsfolk and outlaws that Troop encounters. The viewer's suggestion to revisit Lawman highlights the importance of remembering classic television shows that have shaped the landscape of entertainment. The series may have faded from the spotlight over the years, but it remains a significant part of television history, showcasing the talents of John Russell and the storytelling of its time.
Maybe you could stick with me to the hotel room?
Sure.
While discussing the experiences of regular viewers, Robert shared a memorable encounter he had while shopping at Gelson's supermarket in the Laurel Canyon area of Los Angeles. He often spotted various stars in the store, but he made it a point to respect their privacy and not approach them. However, one day, he saw John Russell, the actor known for his role in the 1958 TV series Lawman. Unlike his usual practice, Robert felt compelled to break his rule. He approached John Russell and was pleasantly surprised by the actor's warm demeanor. Robert described Russell as a true gentleman, someone who was gracious and kind. They exchanged a handshake, and Robert felt a sense of joy knowing that Russell appreciated being remembered by fans. This encounter left a lasting impression on Robert, highlighting the importance of kindness and respect in interactions with public figures. It was a moment that reminded him of the connection between celebrities and their admirers, even in everyday settings like a supermarket.
Well, maybe it's my time and maybe it isn't.
I wish you'd give this some...
In the 1958 TV series Lawman, Johnny McKay's role as the deputy is portrayed by Peter Brown. The dynamic between Johnny and his superior, Dan, reflects a genuine bond that extended beyond the screen. As Dan, played by the actor Russell, took on the responsibility of teaching Johnny how to be a lawman, he also found himself guiding Peter Brown in the craft of acting. Initially, Dan was hesitant to hire Johnny as his deputy due to his young age, which added an interesting layer to their relationship. However, as the series progressed, Johnny proved his worth through his dedication and skills, earning Dan's respect and trust. This mentorship not only shaped Johnny's character in the show, but also mirrored the real-life camaraderie between the two actors. Their relationship became a central theme, showcasing the growth of a young deputy under the watchful eye of an experienced lawman, highlighting the importance of guidance and learning in both their professional and personal lives.
You ain't got very proper manners. When a man says he's gonna buy, you let him buy. Especially since you wrote that very nice article about me in the paper.
Peter Brown was actually one of the quickest draws in Hollywood. His talent for quick drawing was not just a skill for the screen. It was a passion that he showcased in various contests. These events were often sponsored by different companies, and Peter consistently ranked at the top of the list. His ability to draw a gun faster than most made him a standout figure in the entertainment industry. This skill was not only impressive, but also added authenticity to his roles in westerns, where quick-draw scenes were a staple. The competitions he participated in were a testament to his dedication and love for the craft. His reputation as a quick draw helped him connect with fans and fellow actors alike, solidifying his status in the genre. The excitement surrounding these contests highlighted the competitive spirit of Hollywood during that era, where actors often showcased their talents beyond acting. Peter Brown's quick draw became a defining characteristic of his career, making him a memorable figure in the world of television westerns.
Won't kill him, but maybe Breck will wish it would. You're not laughing?
Throughout the series Lawman, the character of Johnny faced significant challenges that led him to quit his job as deputy 3 times. The first instance occurred when Johnny discovered that his biological father might have been an outlaw. This revelation shook him to the core, causing him to question his own identity and the path he had chosen as a lawman. The weight of this knowledge made him feel unworthy of the badge he wore, prompting his decision to step away from his duties. The second time Johnny quit was fueled by a sense of betrayal. He believed that his partner, Dan, was trying to take credit for a kill that Johnny had actually made. This misunderstanding created a rift between them, leading Johnny to feel undervalued and disillusioned with his role in law enforcement. The thought of being overshadowed by someone he trusted was too much for him to bear, resulting in another resignation. Finally, the most heartbreaking moment came when Johnny accidentally shot a childhood friend. This tragic incident left him feeling devastated and questioning his ability to uphold the law. The emotional toll of taking a life, even in an accident, made him doubt whether he had the stomach to continue as a lawman. Each of these moments highlighted Johnny's internal struggles and the heavy burden that comes with the responsibility of enforcing the law. The series portrayed these challenges with depth, showcasing the complexities of Johnny's character and the difficult choices he faced throughout his journey.
I know that. We're starting. I want to know where to find Johnny.
It is kind of funny that in the beginning of the series, Dan and Johnny have a pet cat in their office. This cat adds a light-hearted touch to the otherwise serious atmosphere of the show, which revolves around law enforcement in the Old West. The presence of the cat serves as a charming detail that humanizes the characters and provides a sense of comfort in their challenging lives. However, as the series progresses, the cat suddenly disappears during the course of Season 1, and its absence is never explained. This leaves viewers curious and perhaps a bit puzzled about what happened to the beloved pet. Fans of the show often speculate about the true story behind the cat's disappearance. Some wonder if it was a creative decision made by the writers, or if there were practical reasons for the change. The lack of explanation has led to various theories among the audience, making the cat a memorable part of the series despite its short-lived presence. The mystery surrounding the cat adds an intriguing layer to the show, inviting viewers to engage in discussions about its fate and the impact it had on Dan and Johnny's lives. The absence of the cat remains a curious point in the narrative, leaving many to ponder what could have been. Whenever a character in the 1958 TV series Lawman fell to the ground, viewers might have noticed a peculiar aspect of the show. The same sound effect was used repeatedly, regardless of the circumstances surrounding the fall. Whether a character tumbled off a horse, lost their balance from a chair, or even fell from a large rock, the sound was always the same. This consistent audio cue became a hallmark of the series, adding a layer of humor that many viewers might not have consciously recognized. It is interesting to think about how such a detail could easily slip by while audiences were engrossed in the unfolding drama and action of the show. The repetition of this sound effect, while perhaps odd, contributed to the overall charm of Lawman. It served as a reminder of the show's production style during that era, where budget constraints often led to creative solutions. This quirkiness is part of what made the series memorable, as fans might find themselves chuckling at the familiar sound, even if they did not initially notice its prevalence. The use of the same sound effect highlights how certain elements of television can become endearing, even if they are not perfect. It reflects the unique character of the show, and the era in which it was produced, where such details were often overlooked in favor of the engaging storylines and characters. After the tragic loss of his parents at the tender age of 10, Johnny's life took a significant turn. He was taken in by 2 family friends who became his guardians. These men, whom he affectionately referred to as uncles, played pivotal roles in shaping his character and values. Uncle Jesse, portrayed by Edgar Buchanan, was a kind-hearted and wise figure who provided Johnny with guidance and support. He often shared stories from his own life, teaching Johnny important lessons about integrity and resilience. On the other hand, Uncle Joe, played by Frank Ferguson, brought a different perspective to Johnny's upbringing. He was more pragmatic and instilled in Johnny a sense of responsibility and hard work. Together, these two uncles created a nurturing environment for Johnny, helping him navigate the challenges of growing up without his parents. Their influence was crucial in molding Johnny into the person he would become, instilling in him the values of loyalty, courage, and justice that would later define his character in the series. The bond he shared with Uncle Jesse and Uncle Joe was a testament to the strength of family ties, even in the absence of biological parents. This foundation laid the groundwork for Johnny's future endeavors, as he learned to face adversity with determination and a strong moral compass.
Bad blood. That horseshoe ride. Didn't you tell me?
In Season 3, Warner Brothers began toning down the violence in the series Lawman. The show had reached a point where the level of violence was considered excessive for that time period. The censors, responsible for monitoring content, were particularly sensitive to such action. As a result, the creators made a conscious decision to adjust the portrayal of violence. Instead of depicting the main characters, Dan and Johnny, as lethal enforcers who killed their villains, the narrative shifted. They would now shoot the villains, but only to wound them, reflecting a more restrained approach to conflict resolution. This change aimed to align the show with the evolving standards of television content, ensuring it remained suitable for a broader audience. The adjustment not only helped maintain viewer engagement, but also demonstrated a shift in storytelling that prioritized character development and moral lessons over graphic violence. This evolution in the series marked a significant moment in television history, showcasing how creators responded to societal expectations and the changing landscape of media consumption. In the series Lawman, the depiction of weather realism stands out as a notable aspect of its storytelling. Set in Laramie, Wyoming, the show accurately reflects the cooler climate of the region. Characters are often seen wearing heavy coats, which aligns with the reality of the weather conditions in that area. This attention to detail contrasts sharply with other shows like The Virginian and Laramie, where the portrayal of weather is less authentic. In those series, characters frequently appear in lighter clothing, suggesting a warmer climate that does not accurately represent the cooler temperatures typical of Wyoming. By ensuring that the characters in Lawman dress appropriately for the weather, the series enhances its credibility and immerses viewers in a more realistic setting. This commitment to authenticity in clothing choices helps to create a believable atmosphere, allowing audiences to connect more deeply with the characters and their environment. The careful consideration of weather realism in Lawman serves as a reminder of the importance of accuracy in television storytelling.
Hold it, man. If you had a gun and somebody tried to take your money, what would you do?
In an effort to attract female viewers, the producers of the 1958 TV series Lawman sought to find the right love interest for the main character, Dan. They initially introduced Drew Limp, the widow of the previous town marshal, as a potential romantic partner for Dan. This choice aimed to create a connection that would resonate with the audience. In the very first episode, Dan reveals a significant part of his past, admitting that he had previously been in a relationship with a woman who tragically lost her life due to a stray bullet. This backstory not only adds depth to Dan's character, but also sets the stage for his emotional journey throughout the series. The inclusion of a love interest was a strategic move to enhance the narrative and engage viewers on a more personal level, showcasing the complexities of love and loss in a lawman's life. The dynamic between Dan and Drew was crafted to explore themes of grief, healing, and the challenges of moving forward while still carrying the weight of past relationships. This approach aimed to create a richer storyline that would appeal to a broader audience, particularly women, by intertwining action with emotional depth. The series thus navigated the delicate balance between the rugged life of a lawman and the softer, more vulnerable aspects of his character, making it a compelling watch for its time. Later in the first season, Barbara Lang was introduced as Julie Tate, but her character did not resonate with the audience, and after just 4 episodes, she was written out of the show. Following this, Lily Merrill was introduced, portrayed by Peggy Castle. Lily arrived in town as the owner of the Birdcage Saloon, bringing a new dynamic to the series. Her backstory revealed that she had been run out of Billings, Montana, by a crooked sheriff, which added depth to her character. Initially, both Dan and Lily viewed each other with suspicion, each thinking the other might be involved in shady dealings. However, as they interacted more, they discovered that their first impressions were wrong. This realization marked the beginning of a significant change in their relationship, allowing it to grow and develop over time. The chemistry between Dan and Lily became a focal point of the series, providing viewers with engaging storylines and character development that enriched the overall narrative of Lawman.
That should hold us for a while.
That was a nice thing you did, Marshal.
Lily was often bad about dropping hints that she wanted to marry Dan, but he would act like he didn't hear her. This dynamic created a playful tension between them, as Lily's feelings were clear to everyone but Dan. In addition to her romantic aspirations, Lily played a crucial role in the lives of Dan and Johnny, often serving as a sounding board whenever they faced problems. Her beauty was matched by her feisty spirit and courageous nature, making her a standout character in the series. Extremely loyal, she would go to great lengths to support her friends, even using a gun herself to help Dan and Johnny out when no one else would step up to the challenge. Not only did she run her saloon, showcasing her business acumen, but she was also elected the town fire chief, a position that highlighted her leadership skills and commitment to the community. This multifaceted personality made Lily an essential part of the narrative, embodying strength and resilience in a male-dominated world.
Dead set on his being here when the baby was born, Doctor.
Can't you do something for her, Doc?
Peggy Castle played the role of Lily in the 1958 TV series Lawman. Her name appears in various forms, as she was born Peggy Blair, and later changed it to Peggy Castle for her Hollywood career. The spelling of her name sometimes includes a y or an ii, reflecting the different ways it has been presented. Throughout her life, Miss Castle faced challenges, particularly in her personal relationships. She was married 4 times, which indicates a lack of stability in her marital life. Despite these difficulties, she made a significant impact in the entertainment industry, showcasing her talent and versatility as an actress. Her role in Lawman contributed to her recognition and allowed her to connect with audiences during a time when television was becoming a central part of American culture. Peggy Castle's journey in Hollywood is a testament to her resilience and dedication to her craft, even amidst the ups and downs of her personal life.
Well, I guess your ma wouldn't make a point of it.
What's the matter?
Peggy struggled with alcoholism during the latter portions of her life. After her 4th marriage, she found herself feeling isolated and alone. This situation is not uncommon among Hollywood stars, as the pressures of fame and the passage of time can lead many to seek relief in unhealthy ways. As Peggy faced her challenges, her reliance on alcohol grew, impacting her personal and professional life. She was hospitalized at least once for her problems at a state psychiatric hospital in California. This experience highlighted the severity of her struggles and the toll that addiction can take on an individual. Despite her earlier successes in the entertainment industry, the later years of her life were marked by these difficulties, reflecting a broader narrative of how fame can sometimes lead to personal battles that are hard to overcome. The story of Peggy Castle serves as a reminder of the vulnerabilities that can accompany a life in the spotlight.
As I was talking to, they also said that Sellers will be out to get you.
Every time I lock a man up,
On August 11, 1973, Peggy Castle's life came to a tragic end when her 3rd husband, William McGarry, discovered her body on the couch in their Hollywood apartment. The circumstances surrounding her death revealed a somber reality, as it was later determined that she succumbed to cirrhosis of the liver, a condition often linked to excessive alcohol consumption. Additionally, hardening of the arteries contributed to her untimely passing. Peggy Castle was known for her beauty and talent, captivating audiences during her career. It is always saddening to witness such a promising life cut short by the struggles of alcoholism. Her story serves as a reminder of the challenges many face, even those who seem to have it all. The loss of someone so vibrant at a relatively young age leaves a lasting impact, highlighting the importance of addressing issues related to addiction and mental health. The entertainment industry often reflects the complexities of life, and Peggy's story is a poignant example of this reality.
The lawman came with the sun. There was a job to be.
One interesting aspect of the 1958 TV series Lawman is the presence of a name in the credits that reads Rivermanos. This name serves as a code indicating that the script used in the episode had been recycled from another series. This practice was a clever way for Warner Brothers to mark their work in the credits. The term W. Hermanos translates to Warner Brothers in Spanish, reflecting the studio's influence and branding. By reusing scripts, Warner Brothers could save time and resources while still delivering content to viewers. This method of script recycling was not uncommon in the television industry, especially during the era when Lawman aired. It allowed studios to maximize their output and maintain a steady flow of programming. Fans of the show might find it intriguing to spot this code in the credits, as it highlights the behind-the-scenes practices of television production during that time. The use of recycled scripts also speaks to the creative challenges faced by writers and producers, who often had to work within tight schedules and budgets. This practice contributed to the unique storytelling style of Lawman, blending familiar narratives with fresh performances. The series itself became a staple of Western television, showcasing the genre's enduring appeal while also reflecting the industry's resourcefulness.
Eccles is sure of that, aren't you?
Well, you killed...
The popularity of the 1958 television series Lawman was evident in the wide range of merchandise that was released during its run. This series captured the attention of audiences, leading to various products featuring the iconic Lawman logo. Among the most notable items were the 11 different comic books that were published based on the series. These comic books allowed fans to engage with the characters and stories in a new format, expanding the show's reach beyond the television screen. The merchandise not only included comic books, but also various collectibles and toys that appealed to both children and adults. The presence of such a diverse array of products highlighted the show's impact on popular culture at the time. Fans could find items that showcased their love for the series, making it a significant part of their everyday lives. The Lawman merchandise became a way for viewers to connect with the show and its themes, further solidifying its place in television history.
You still don't place me, huh?
With the death of Peter Brown in March of 2016, there are no surviving cast members from the 1958 television series Lawman who portrayed the main characters. John Russell, who played the lead role of Marshal Dan Troop, passed away in January of 1991. His strong presence and commanding performance made him a memorable figure in the series. Peggy Castle, who portrayed the character of Miss Kitty, died in August of 1973. Her role added depth and charm to the show, making her a beloved character among fans. The loss of these actors marks the end of an era for Lawman, a series that captured the spirit of the American West and showcased the challenges faced by Lawman during that time. The show remains a significant part of television history, and the contributions of its cast members are fondly remembered by those who enjoyed their performances. The legacy of Lawman continues to resonate, even as the original cast has passed on. As we wrap up our journey through the thrilling episodes of the 1958 series Lawman, a new chapter awaits. What became of the talented cast who brought these unforgettable characters to life? Their stories extend far beyond the dusty streets of the Wild West. In this bonus segment, we will delve into the lives of the actors after the cameras stopped rolling. Discover the unexpected paths they took, the challenges they faced, and the legacies they left behind. From celebrated careers in film and television to quieter lives away from the spotlight, each cast member's journey is filled with intrigue and surprises. You may be shocked to learn about the twists and turns that shaped their post-Lawman lives. Join us as we uncover the hidden tales and remarkable transformations of these iconic figures, revealing how their time on the show influenced their futures in ways you might never have imagined.
Get on the other end of this and shove it under the waxel.
Barbara Lang portrayed Julie Tate in the 1958 TV series Lawman, a role that showcased her talent in a challenging environment. Julie was a strong, independent character, often caught in the moral dilemmas of the Wild West. Lang's performance was noted for its depth, bringing a sense of realism to a time when women were often relegated to secondary roles. After Lawman, Lang's career faced ups and downs. She appeared in various films and television shows but struggled to find consistent work. Her personal life was marked by turmoil. Lang faced a highly publicized divorce from actor John McIntyre, which drew media attention and scrutiny. She battled with depression and substance abuse, which further complicated her career. In the 1970s, she attempted a comeback, but was met with limited success. The last known information about Barbara Lang indicates she lived a quiet life away from the spotlight, with few public appearances. Her legacy remains tied to her role in Lawman, a reminder of her talent and the challenges she faced in both her career and personal life. Lee Van Cleef portrayed Deputy Clyde Wilson in the 1958 television series Lawman, a role that showcased his ability to embody complex characters with a dark edge. Wilson was a figure of authority, yet his presence hinted at a deeper, more troubled psyche, reflecting the moral ambiguities often found in the law enforcement of the Old West. This role marked a significant point in Van Cleef's career, allowing him to transition from supporting roles to more prominent parts in the Western genre. After Lawman, Van Cleef's career flourished, particularly in spaghetti westerns, where he starred in films like For a Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. However, his life was not without turmoil. He faced personal hardships, including a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, and struggles with typecasting. In the late 1970s, he battled health issues, including a serious heart condition that required surgery. Despite these challenges, he remained a beloved figure in cinema until his death in 1989. His legacy endures through his iconic roles and the impact he had on the Western genre. Last known information indicates that his contributions continue to be celebrated in film retrospectives and documentaries.
No.
I wanted to be sure.
Jack Elam's portrayal of Flynn Hawks in the 1958 TV series Lawman showcased his unique ability to embody complex characters. As Hawks, Elam brought a blend of menace and charisma, making him a memorable figure in the series. His performance highlighted the darker aspects of the Wild West, reflecting the moral ambiguities of the time. Beyond Lawman, Elam's career spanned several decades, featuring roles in classic films like Once Upon a Time in the West and Support Your Local Sheriff. Despite his success, Elam faced personal hardships. He struggled with health issues, including a significant battle with a degenerative eye condition that affected his vision. His life was marked by a tumultuous marriage to actress and model, and he faced financial difficulties that led to bankruptcy in the 1970s. In his later years, Elam found solace in his love for animals and became an advocate for animal rights. He passed away in 2003, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances and a life filled with both triumphs and challenges. The last known information about him reflects a man who, despite his struggles, remained dedicated to his craft and causes he believed in.
So help me, kid, when I get out of
John Hubbard's portrayal of Abel Clark in the 1958 TV series Lawman left a lasting impression on audiences. His character was a complex figure, often caught in moral dilemmas that reflected the darker aspects of human nature. Hubbard's performance was marked by a brooding intensity, capturing the struggles of a man navigating a lawless world. After Lawman, Hubbard's career took a tumultuous turn. He faced significant challenges, including a series of personal hardships that overshadowed his professional achievements. Reports of financial difficulties and a troubled marriage surfaced, leading to a decline in his acting opportunities. Scandals involving substance abuse further complicated his life, pushing him into the shadows of Hollywood. Despite these struggles, Hubbard remained a figure of intrigue, with whispers of his past echoing through the industry. The last known information about him suggests a reclusive existence, with few public appearances, and a life shrouded in mystery. His legacy as Abel Clark endures, but the man behind the role remains largely unknown.
Marshal.
Peggy Castle portrayed Lily Merrill in the 1958 TV series Lawman, a role that showcased her talent as a strong, independent woman in a male-dominated environment. Lily was a complex character, often caught in the moral dilemmas of the Wild West, reflecting the struggles of women during that era. Castle's performance was marked by a blend of vulnerability and resilience, making her a memorable figure in the series. After Lawman, Peggy Castle's career faced challenges. She struggled to find roles that matched her earlier success, leading to a decline in her visibility in Hollywood. Personal hardships compounded her professional difficulties. Castle faced a tumultuous marriage to actor and director John R. McGowan, which ended in divorce. She also battled health issues, including a serious car accident that left her with lasting injuries. In her later years, Castle became reclusive, distancing herself from the public eye. The last known information about her indicates that she lived in relative obscurity until her passing in 2006. Her life, marked by both triumph and tragedy, remains a poignant reminder of the complexities faced by women in the entertainment industry.
He's nice. He knows how to treat a lady.
He's a gentleman.
And we...
Richard Arlen portrayed Bill Jennings in the 1958 TV series Lawman, a role that showcased his ability to embody complex characters in a gritty, lawless setting. Jennings was a character marked by moral ambiguity, often caught between duty and personal conflict, reflecting the darker themes of the show. Arlen's performance added depth to the narrative, making Jennings a memorable figure in the series. After Lawman, Arlen's career faced challenges. He struggled to find roles that matched his earlier success, leading to a decline in his visibility in Hollywood. His personal life was marred by hardships, including battles with alcoholism that affected both his career and relationships. In the 1960s, he faced a scandal involving a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, further complicating his public image. In his later years, Arlen found solace in smaller roles and occasional television appearances, but he remained largely out of the spotlight. The last known information about him indicates that he lived a quiet life until his passing in 1976, leaving behind a legacy marked by both triumph and turmoil.
Marshal, I've been thinking...
Stanford Jolly portrayed Gil Breck in the 1958 TV series Lawman, a role that showcased his ability to embody complex characters in a gritty Western setting. Breck was a morally ambiguous figure, often caught between the law and his own personal code, reflecting the darker themes of the show. Jolly's performance was marked by a brooding intensity that captivated audiences, but it also foreshadowed the struggles he would face in his personal life. After Lawman, Jolly's career saw a decline, and he faced significant challenges. He battled financial difficulties and struggled to find consistent work in Hollywood. His personal life was marred by scandals, including a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, which left him emotionally scarred. Jolly also faced health issues that further complicated his life, leading to a reclusive existence away from the public eye. In his later years, information about Jolly became scarce, with few updates on his life. He faded from the spotlight, leaving behind a legacy marked by both his contributions to television and the shadows of his personal hardships.
Do you know which way he was riding when he came to town?
No.
Well, knowing what I...
Grady Sutton portrayed Ben Toomey in the 1958 TV series Lawman, a character marked by complexity and moral ambiguity. Toomey was a figure who often found himself at odds with the law, embodying the struggles of a man caught between his desires and the harsh realities of life in the Old West. Sutton's performance brought depth to the role, showcasing a character who was both relatable and tragic. After Lawman, Sutton's career continued, but he faced significant challenges. He struggled to find roles that matched the impact of Toomey, leading to a gradual decline in his visibility in Hollywood. Personal hardships compounded his professional struggles. Sutton faced financial difficulties and battled with depression, which affected his relationships and overall well-being. Notably, he was involved in a scandal in the late 1960s, when allegations of misconduct surfaced, tarnishing his reputation and further isolating him from the industry. In his later years, Sutton became reclusive, with little known about his life after the 1970s. The last known information indicates he lived in relative obscurity until his passing in 1995, leaving behind a legacy marked by both triumph and turmoil.
Why didn't you shoot?
You might like a bullet better.
Don Redberry portrayed Dusty McCade in the 1958 TV series Lawman, a role that showcased his rugged charm and strong screen presence. McCade was a complex character, often caught between the law and his own moral compass, reflecting the darker themes of justice and survival in the Old West. Barry's performance was marked by a blend of toughness and vulnerability, making Dusty a memorable figure in the series. After Lawman, Barry's career faced significant challenges. He struggled to find roles that matched his earlier success, leading to a decline in his visibility in Hollywood. Personal hardships compounded his professional struggles. Barry faced financial difficulties and battled alcoholism, which affected his relationships and career trajectory. He was involved in a notable scandal in the 1970s when he was arrested for a DUI, which further tarnished his reputation. In his later years, Barry found some solace in community theater and smaller film roles, but he remained largely out of the public eye. The last known information about him indicates that he lived a quiet life until his passing in 1980, leaving behind a legacy marked by both triumph and turmoil.
If that's what you want. Johnny, just take Tina and the driver.
Yes, sir. Miss?
Larry J. Blake portrayed Mr. Parker in the 1958 TV series Lawman, a character marked by a complex blend of authority and moral ambiguity. His role often placed him in tense situations, reflecting the darker aspects of law enforcement during that era. Blake's performance was noted for its depth, capturing the struggles of a man caught between duty and personal demons. After Lawman, Blake's career continued with various roles in television and film, but he faced significant challenges. His personal life was marred by scandals, including a highly publicized divorce that drew media attention. Blake battled alcoholism, which affected both his professional and personal relationships. Despite these hardships, he remained a respected figure in the industry, known for his dedication to his craft. In his later years, Blake became reclusive, distancing himself from the public eye. The last known information about him suggests he lived a quiet life, reflecting on his past while grappling with the shadows of his earlier fame. His legacy remains a testament to the complexities of a life lived in the spotlight, marked by both triumphs and tribulations.
Someday I'm bound to let you down.
When that day comes, I'll let you know.
Be too late then.
Joel Grey's portrayal of Oni O'Reilly in the 1958 TV series Lawman marked a significant moment in his early career. Grey's character was a complex figure, embodying the struggles of a man caught between the law and his own moral dilemmas. This role showcased Grey's ability to convey deep emotional conflict, setting the stage for his future successes in theater and film. Following Lawman, Grey's career flourished, particularly with his iconic role in Cabaret, which earned him an Academy Award. However, his life was not without challenges. Grey faced personal hardships, including the pressures of fame and the toll it took on his relationships. He also navigated the complexities of his sexuality in a time when it was not widely accepted, leading to a life marked by secrecy and internal conflict. In recent years, Grey has remained active in the arts, but details about his current life are sparse. He continues to be a respected figure in the entertainment industry, with a legacy that reflects both his talent and the struggles he overcame.
That coach up. You put the wheel on.
You won't get far, Minky.
You ain't gonna be in any
Vinton Hayworth portrayed Oren Slauson in the 1958 TV series Lawman, a role that showcased his ability to embody complex characters. Slauson was a morally ambiguous figure, often caught in the web of law and personal conflict, reflecting the darker themes of the show. Hayworth's performance was marked by a brooding intensity that captivated audiences, making Slauson a memorable character in the series. After Lawman, Hayworth's career continued with various roles in television and film, but he faced significant challenges. His personal life was marred by struggles with alcoholism, which affected both his career and relationships. Despite his talent, he found it difficult to secure leading roles, often relegated to supporting characters. In the 1970s, he faced a scandal involving a public altercation that drew media attention, further complicating his career trajectory. In his later years, Hayworth became reclusive, distancing himself from the Hollywood scene. The last known information about him suggests he lived a quiet life, away from the public eye, until his passing in 1989. His legacy remains as a talented actor who navigated the complexities of fame and personal demons.
Now get your horses and get out of town.
Peter Brown portrayed Deputy Johnny McKay in the 1958 television series Lawman, a role that showcased his talent for embodying the complexities of law enforcement in a turbulent era. McKay was characterized by his unwavering dedication to justice, often facing moral dilemmas that tested his resolve. Brown's performance brought depth to the character, making him a memorable figure in the series. After Lawman ended, Peter Brown's career continued in various television roles, but he faced significant challenges. He struggled with typecasting, often being seen only as a Western actor. This limitation led to a decline in prominent roles, forcing him to adapt to smaller parts and guest appearances. His personal life was marked by hardships, including a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, which took a toll on his mental health. Brown also faced financial difficulties, leading him to take on various jobs outside of acting. In later years, he found solace in writing and directing, but the shadows of his past lingered. The last known information about Peter Brown indicates he remained out of the public eye, focusing on personal projects and living a quieter life. His legacy as Deputy Johnny McKay endures, but the man behind the badge faced a complex journey filled with both triumphs and tribulations.
You sent for me?
Emery Parnell portrayed Hank the bartender in the 1958 TV series Lawman, a role that showcased his ability to embody the gritty, often shadowy atmosphere of the Old West. Hank served as a confidant and observer of the unfolding drama, providing a unique perspective on the lives of the show's characters. Parnell's performance was marked by a subtle intensity, capturing the complexities of a man who witnessed both the mundane and the violent aspects of life in a lawless town. After Lawman, Parnell's career continued with various roles in film and television, but he faced significant personal challenges. He struggled with alcoholism, which affected both his professional and personal life. This battle led to a series of tumultuous relationships and financial difficulties. In the late 1960s, Parnell was involved in a scandal that involved a public altercation, further tarnishing his reputation. Despite these hardships, he managed to find work in smaller productions, but his health declined over the years. The last known information about Emery Parnell indicates that he passed away in 1979, leaving behind a legacy marked by both his contributions to entertainment and the personal demons he faced throughout his life. His story serves as a reminder of the often hidden struggles behind the facade of fame.
You can smell trouble in the streets. Take my word.
Tom Drake's portrayal of Dr. Sam Burbage in the 1958 TV series Lawman showcased his ability to embody complex characters. As Burbage, he navigated the moral dilemmas of a lawman's life, often reflecting the darker aspects of justice and human nature. This role marked a significant point in Drake's career, allowing him to demonstrate his range as an actor in a gritty, often unforgiving narrative landscape. After Lawman, Drake faced numerous challenges. His career waned in the 1960s, partly due to the rise of new television stars and changing audience preferences. Personal hardships followed, including struggles with alcoholism, which led to a series of public incidents that tarnished his reputation. In the late 1970s, he attempted a comeback but found it difficult to regain his footing in Hollywood. Drake's life was marked by a series of tumultuous relationships and financial difficulties, leading to a reclusive lifestyle in his later years. The last known information about him suggests he lived quietly until his passing in 1982, leaving behind a legacy that is often overshadowed by his personal struggles.
Well, now, that don't beat all. He's holding all the aces and you want him to remember.
John Russell portrayed Marshall Dan Troop in the 1958 television series Lawman, a role that defined his career and showcased his commanding presence. As Troop, Russell embodied the archetype of a steadfast lawman, navigating the complexities of justice in a turbulent frontier. His performance was marked by a blend of authority and vulnerability, capturing the struggles of a man dedicated to upholding the law amidst chaos. After Lawman ended, Russell faced significant challenges. His career waned in the 1970s, leading to financial difficulties. Personal hardships included a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, leaving him to grapple with loneliness and regret. In the late 1980s, he faced legal troubles, including a notable incident involving a DUI arrest that tarnished his public image. Despite these setbacks, Russell remained resilient, taking on smaller roles in film and television. The last known information about John Russell indicates he lived a quiet life in the years leading up to his death in 1991. His legacy as a tough yet complex character endures, reflecting the darker shades of fame and the personal battles that often accompany it.
Like a soldier's wife, I'm afraid. Do you suppose you could get me to a doctor, Marshall?
As we wrap up our look at the 1958 TV series Lawman, it's hard not to feel a wave of nostalgia for the days when the Wild West came alive on our screens. The show not only showcased the talents of its cast, including John Russell as the steadfast Marshall Dan Troop and Peter Brown as Deputy Johnny McKay, but it also highlighted the challenges they faced in their careers. From tackling outlaws to navigating the complexities of law and order, each episode brought thrilling stories that resonated with viewers. Many fans remember gathering around the television, captivated by the action and moral dilemmas presented in each episode. Did you watch Lawman during your childhood? What memories do you have connected to this iconic series? We invite you to share your stories in the comments below. Your experiences help keep the spirit of lawmen alive for future generations.
Sure. Just checking. Stick to your guns, Dan.